We assume that presence of pain is the absence of God. Mm-hmm. What you're saying is the presence of pain can be the best work
Absolutely.
of God.
Absolutely.
Best work of God.
And if you, my wisdom is made out of my mistakes. Mm. You only become as smart as you were a fool.
I'm pretty smart then.
you think about how you try to tell your children. You're suddenly trying to tell them what not to do, because I don't want you to take the class over. I already took the class for you. That doesn't work. Don't try that. Go this way. Go that way.
Yeah.
And yet sometimes they have to have their own experiences to have their own relationship with God. But I think that the word is being written in the experience of our lives even today, that in some ways we are the 67th book, that we are living epistles read of men, and that God is writing through the situations on our lives because we are the only Bible some people see. So sometimes my testimony isn't so much about what I say, but you watching me survive. What nobody else would have been able to survive. Thereby, by this I know that the Lord is with me, for he has not allowed my enemies to triumph over me.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Can I read from one of my favorite authors?
Go ahead.
If your life is suddenly unstable and you notice an increase in the amount of mess and manure placed upon you, that's great. Pay close attention. It is a signal from the Lord for you to look carefully for the areas where your growth may have stalled. The vine dresser applies an extra amount of dung to a plant that stubbornly refuses to grow, because the messes of life serve as the vitamins required for healthy fruit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, you use kind language there. But that describes where some of the listeners are.
Growth is smelly business.
Growth is smelly.
Yeah, growth is smelly business.
It stinks.
Yeah. Growth is smelly business. Birth is messy business.
Yeah.
I used to think that babies were born and they look like the Gerber babies, and the old movies that when we were growing up, the baby, they just pull the baby out and it looked like the Gerber baby.
Yeah.
But in real life, birth is a messy business, and birth is a smelly business, and birth is a painful business, and birth is about pressure and pushing, and the baby is bruised and the mother is weak and weary, because life is valuable. It costs something, and you can't have life without labor. You see, and that's what makes it to me, what makes it valuable is the baby. Now, in the old days, they would salt the baby to heal it from the birthing process, so that there is a certain amount of healing. One of the things I talk about, I'll just mention this real quickly, I know our time is almost over, is the pain of recovery. There's a pain on this side of surgery that's different from the pain on that side of surgery. Just because a surgery was correct and effective doesn't mean that the patient doesn't feel pain, that it hurts to recover, that there is a pain of recovery. And just because you feel pain doesn't mean you're not getting better.
That's true. In fact, that pain is an indication you are getting better.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying to you.
Anybody who's tried to get in shape, right, knows that that's no fun.
Let's not even talk about that. Oh, my God.
But it hurts. It hurts.
It hurts because you are tearing muscle. And as the muscle tears, it expands. And anytime you're going to swell, it hurts to grow in capacity. And so people who become these voluminous people, it costs them something.
It costs a lot.
Be careful about envying them and wanting to be them. And I'm going to be you, and I'm going to be the next you, and I'm going to have your mantle. You can't have my mantle until you've withstood my misery.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good. I don't want that mentioned.